Hello and welcome to a special series from DPA. Now, as we all know, manufacturing in the UK has been something that's been a concern and a worry. So what we're looking at is a 6-part series in which we look at manufacturing in the UK, and we're visiting WDS. Now, I'm pleased to be with Mr. Mark Moody of WDS. We're going to be looking at the area of enclosures. So Mark, you've significantly increased the range of enclosures that WDS offers. Can you tell us what's new for 2026?
In terms of enclosures, we more or less doubled our proposition: handles, our hinges, gas struts, accessories, different materials, and even into ESD for things like levelling feet. Huge investment and a very comprehensive proposition now for enclosures. Right,
okay, that's significant. Now, from a design perspective, what are the key considerations when selecting enclosure components to ensure both security and long-term reliability?
Absolutely. There are many considerations. Sometimes it's the material, so somebody might want it stainless steel if it's out there outside. Some harsher conditions. We do ESD levelling feet, so we can have protection. Sometimes it's about the lock mechanism, sometimes it's a push, sometimes it's a key. They might be using something like an ambulance where they just want to turn the lock. So there's loads of different uses, and enclosures are everywhere from lockers to data centres.
Okay, now on my visit here, I've seen a pretty substantial stock holding. Obviously availability is often a critical key to this. How is WDS responding to customer demand for a reliable stock reply?
Great question. We introduced a stock guarantee, which means our top selling items are guaranteed in stock. We hold significant stocks and increased our stock holding massively over the last 2 or 3 years. We've reduced our lead times as well, and we've increased our range, which allows us to offer alternatives as well. Don't get me wrong, every now and again somebody gives us a big order and catches us out, and we have to adapt to that. The guys will respond to that on the fly, and we'll try and bring things in a little bit more quickly than what we would normally do. But it's all about having what the customer wants when they want it. Right. And if we haven't got that particular one, maybe we've got an option in a colour or a different material, so maybe steel, we'll swap it for stainless steel.
Do you find that actually getting stock to the customer quickly is a key part of what people need?
I think we're still adjusting post-COVID. We're still seeing changes in behaviour from the buyers. Just in time is still there, but I think a lot of people still want a little bit of reassurances. But people know we have the stock, so people do trust us, and we can deal with those demands. So we can take an order off a customer and we'll hold the stock on a call off or maybe a scheduled order over a year, and we'll work with them in partnership to make sure we don't let them down and they've got the parts they need when they want it.
Okay, so this is a major part of what WDS can offer that perhaps others aren't in a position to do similar.
Yeah, obviously I'm not particularly welcoming all of our competitors' warehouses to have a look round, but I think we hold a huge stock here. We have a massive range. There's 55,000 SKUs out there in the warehouse, and we have to manage that on a day-to-day basis. But if we haven't got what we want, maybe there's an alternative. But it is a huge investment. It's a huge commitment, but it puts the customer first. And if we've got it, they can have it straight away, and we dispatch same day.
Yeah, no, I think that's really important, and that's certainly something I've seen in the tour that I've had just before we sat down for this discussion. Going to talk to you about data center infrastructure. Obviously that's expanding very, very quickly. What impact is this having on enclosure requirements, and how are AI and automation supporting this shift?
So I think it's a huge shift in demand because the demand is growing exponentially, so people are having to respond to it really quickly. They're popping up all over the place. We're dispatching all over the world. We dispatch to 80 countries. As it stands now, so we're in good stead with that. But the demands will differ depending upon where they are and what level of security they are, and that's why we try and offer as many different options. Some of our stuff will, like levelling feet, we'd assemble the parts so we can have different lengths of stems and different stem diameters and different feet, ESD, rubber, metal. So we have all those solutions. It's kind of like a pick and mix solution to whatever they need. The data centres, that is a huge demand growing very quickly, as is lockers outside for couriers.
Right, excellent, understood. There's a lot that I've picked up from what we found out in this subject as well. Now, for people watching, let's say they need a product quickly. Is WDS a place they can come to?
Absolutely. Check the website out. You can order online, you can order on the phone, you can order by email. You can even WhatsApp us or Facebook message us. So any way you want to get in touch with us, ask a question. My team are here as well to support with design and even silly questions. Will this do this? Can you supply it with a different key? Can you supply additional keys? Can you supply it in a different colour? Just pick up the phone or send us an email and we're here to help.
Excellent, brilliant. Thank you very much, Mark.
Thanks, Andy.
So clearly there's a lot to offer. Now, as I said, this is a 6-part series and we're going to look at 5 more areas. But if you're looking for enclosure products, clearly it's worth getting in contact with Mark and the team at WDS. Thanks ever so much for watching.